today's discussion, we're going to talk about polygyny. And let me start off by saying that I'm always a firm advocate for polygyny, as I will always accept and believe that it's a male's birthright and privilege to practice if he's able to emotionally and financially handle that type of lifestyle. My problem, though, is that people who inherently argue that monogamy is right, but they have no knowledge or understanding of why polygyny was demonized to begin with. So I'm about to tell you. In the early 1800s, Abraham Lincoln and American colonists were expanding west towards Utah and California, where they encountered the Mormons. The western part of America was still being inhabited by native tribes and abolitionist settlers, and they didn't live under the same cultural norms as New England Americans. So to make a long explanation short, the government created laws against Native Americans, Mormons, women, or any person who advocated for polygamous rights. They even went so far as to pass the Morill-Bigamy and Edmunds-Tucker Act in 1862 and 1882. The act enabled you from voting, holding office, getting jobs, or any form of social contribution unless you bent to the wills and ideals of the American government. Even the abolitionists were caught in the conflict because they started to label polygyny twin relics of slavery. So abolitionists who actually raided plantations and killed slave owners who practiced tyranny would seem like hypocrites because some of them had multiple wives. And that boy John Brown is one of those cases. What they don't tell you is that even from the 1800s, you had women defending polygamy until they started taking away their rights. And this is why women had to wait until the 1960s to earn those rights back. Just Google women's suffrage of 1870 and tell us what you uncover. But in today's society, you have folks parroting these emotions around, although men in majority continue to display the same behavior. I mean, it's just bewildering to me how people can just ignore human nature. Humans, and primarily the males, have always been polygamous, just as the female species naturally craves the attention of males. You can't indoctrinate humans away from their biological impulse, and this is why we'll never stop women from pulling off their clothes no more than we can stop men from simping and tricking. Just like in nature, the male comes bearing gifts and the females do mating signals that men respond to. It's no different with the biology of our polygamous nature. But this is why I always tell you all, I don't really like that cracker Abraham Lincoln. Everything he did was for political gain, even freeing the slaves. He even admitted that Negroes were inferior to white men in his opinion, and he never desired a day where blacks would hold office or be jurors. Then he takes away a male's birthright by law, but still allows Europeans to have concubines and whorehouses. Make it make sense. Cello the Great.